Groovy greetings, everybody. Happy May Day. It is May the 1st, 2026. Little Poppy the Magician and I reporting to you from the 7SOUND and Co Media Group headquarters, at least our headquarters for now. As our organization continues to grow, the Creative Academy continues to grow, our headquarters is going to need to grow. So make sure you stay tuned because very exciting announcements are going to be made public. For those of you who know, you already do. This is the time for me where past Corey was always dreaming of one day in the future. And if I'm being honest, the original vision of 7SOUND, which appeared in a dream in 2009, was a vision for it was very broad mission that was revealed in that dream. Empowering musicians. That's what it was about. Empowering artists, empowering musicians. And I didn't know what that meant. 7SOUND as an entity, I knew that it was supposed to be a company, an organization. As it turns out, it's supposed to be an agency and a holding company for ideas. At that time, it was just empower musicians, Corey. That's the dream. And so the way that manifested here in Tucson, where I was born and raised, before I moved away, as a young entrepreneur and a dreamer, it was very clear. It was a 24-hour dream factory. Those of you who watch my channel, you know this little fun thing about me, that I was Willy Wonka in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in 7th grade. I was casted as Willy Wonka. And in my heart, I was like, I never want this to stop. I'm going to continue in my heart to be a Wonka type of character, okay? And those of you who know me are probably laughing. It's an archetype. It is what it is. And I just felt like this is somewhere in me. It's not just a play. But instead of sugar and chocolate, I wanted one day to have like a Wonka level factory for creativity and art. So that was the original vision, was a 24-hour dedicated space for art and creativity. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Even for those of you who wouldn't classify yourself as an artist, if you knew that facility existed in your town or in your area, you'd probably be cool with it. You'd at least be intrigued. You'd at least be curious, hopefully, to be like, I wonder what's happening in that creative factory with those creative people, those artsy people over there, right? But for those of you who are artists, those of you who are musicians, producers of sorts, that's the dream. Because the biggest issues I've noticed studying artists pretty much my whole life, me being one of them, the biggest need, more than a big old bag of money, which wouldn't hurt, it's what you do with the money. Artists don't really care about money as much as they care about what you can do with purchasing power. You can invest in your record. You can invest in your music video. You can invest in your team. You can invest in the creating and the producing and the finishing of your ideas that you're inspired by, right? And you need space for that. You need a dedicated space. You need the equipment and you don't need too much. Like I've got this, cool little microphone right here. We got a little drum set back here, and I've got my keyboard right here. So you don't need too much to be able to make magic, so to speak. But you need your things, and you need space, and you need time, right? So, all my life up to this point, I have had that dream of a 24-hour space and went straight after it. It's like, oh, I'm just going to get into a building and find a way to get it financed and it'll just be easy. No, that's not how it works. And if you don't have a rich uncle like I don't, and you don't have people just trying to throw a bunch of money at you, you get really savvy, you get really creative, you get really resourceful. Again, you get creative when you don't have the resources to match your dream. A lot of people that get dreams, you just don't have all the resources and everything just shows up perfectly. You have to go through initiation after initiation, sacrifice after sacrifice, lose everything, gain it back, lose everything, gain it. This has been my story. Very quintessential entrepreneurial struggle story. And eventually it goes somewhere, But for me, more on that later. This is the time where I start my sessions for the day. So over and out.